I hope you're doing well. If you're watching this video right now, you might be doing some research on this software tool. It's called Press One Cash. Okay, so I'm going to review Press One Cash. You might have heard about it. It's actually pretty hot right now. A lot of people are talking about it on social media. I'm going to review it, and then you can decide for yourself whether you want to use this program or not. Okay, so Press One Cash. This is an interesting one. Okay, so this is the website. The reason why it says not available is because they generally use affiliates. So I went to their website directly. So there's no affiliate name. It should say presented by Bob Smith or presented by Aaron Chen or whatever, okay? So it should say call now Aaron Chen or whatever. What it basically is it's a SMS marketing system. That's what it is, okay? And it's supposed to help you to generate more SMS leads through their SMS platform, all right? So the way it works is you pay them for credits, they find you numbers, okay? And again, the problem is you don't know where the numbers are coming from, which is a bit dodgy, okay? So you have to be careful. And then however many people you want to SMS, you tell your marketing system, they will SMS these people, and if people are interested, they'll press 1, you record a pre-recorded message, and then on your message, it will send them an SMS, and it will also tell them to go to your website. And usually your website that you're marketing is whatever you're selling, right? It's usually your capture page. So you will send people back to your capture page. It allows people to see the capture page, and then they enter their email address, and they become a lead, okay? That's how, Press One Cash is supposed to work. Now, in theory, if you're using it for lead generation, so if you're using it to send people directly to your capture page to become an email and then they go through your sales funnel and all that stuff, then it's great, okay? Because hopefully it won't be too expensive for you to actually start to generate traffic from them. The question that I have though is where are they getting these numbers from, okay? Because in order for you to just randomly, because remember, you're not the only person using this piece of software. There are hundreds and hundreds of people using this piece of software, right? So if you're able to buy credits on their marketing system and you're allowed to send people a text message without them opting into anything previously, it means that you're spamming them. Does that make sense, right? Now, if you're spamming hundreds and hundreds and thousands of people, which is basically what's happening with Press One Cash, then that's not very good, because that means that people are getting text messages on their phone randomly from some marketing system, and if that happens long enough, what's going to happen is they're going to get in trouble, because that's essentially spam and you're not allowed to do that, right? So I would be very, very careful. So in theory, it makes a lot of sense and it's good, but in reality, what they're doing actually is not very kosher, if that makes sense, right? Because if you're spamming a lot of SMS messages, then people are going to get pissed off, right? So if somehow they got these lists properly and people are okay to receive these text messages, then that's okay. So as a lead generation system, that would be okay. But I would be very careful. I don't know how long these guys will be able to do this for, because I have seen a lot of these kinds of systems in the past where they're not necessarily SMS. They're more like, they're called scrapers, right? They'll go on the internet, they'll scrape numbers, and then they'll blast spam emails to these email addresses or to these phone numbers, and then people complain and you get in trouble, okay? I've used these kinds of systems in the past before. Technically, they're not really, legal, because you're not supposed to do that. You're not supposed to scrape numbers and start blasting emails, because that's called spam, okay? And usually what happens is these kinds of systems, they last for a little while, but eventually people catch on, people complain, and then they get shut down, okay? So you just be careful with stuff like this, right? It's going to cost you $300 to get started in this. So if you invest in this right now, you get $300, and then you can also remarket the system. So if you resell this to another person, another marketer who wants to use the SMS technology, then you will get a commission on top of that. So that's okay, right? But if anything, I wouldn't be selling this for the resale rights. I would be selling it I would be getting into this in order to generate leads. That's all I would use it for, right? I would use it to generate SMS leads, and that would be pretty cool. But again, the problem is you don't know where they're getting these numbers from in the first place, all right? And chances are they've probably scraped these numbers from the internet, and they're allowing you to buy credits to just spam these numbers. And in the short term, it might be okay, but in the long term, I don't think it's very, very good, okay? The other problem as well is you still have to learn how to convert your SMS leads into sales, because when you send them to your capture page, people aren't going to buy automatically, right? You still have to learn how to convert that lead into a sale. So you still have to learn how to get them to know, like, and trust you. You have to learn how to build a relationship with them. You have to take them through a very structured sales process. And I'm assuming that if you're doing a review or if you're looking for more information on Press One Cash, you probably have no idea how to do that, okay? Because the fact that you are trying to find information or research Press One Cash tells me that you're in the very, very early stages of your internet marketing career, if that makes sense, right? And if you are, you probably don't really understand how to generate leads, and you probably don't understand how to take those leads through a process in order to get them to know, like, and trust you in order to buy from you and generate a real sale and a commission. Okay, so and then we'll talk about that in a second. So I would say, I'll rate this probably 2 or 3 out of 5 as a product, because the idea is good, but where are they getting their numbers from? That's a big, big question mark for me. And they don't actually reveal that on their website, okay? And I've been trying to research it, and I can't find it. I can't actually find out where they're getting their numbers from, which tells me that they are probably a scraping business, okay? Because if you look at their terms of service, they have a lot of older businesses which are all scraping businesses, which again, it's spammy. You're not really supposed to do that online, okay? So I would be very, very careful if you're going to be using these guys, okay? So I think you could use it okay in the short term to generate some traffic, but in the medium to long term, I'm not sure how long these guys are going to be around, because you're not supposed to do that, all right, if that makes sense. So I would be very, very careful, okay? But listen, if you're here right now, then you're probably looking for a way to, I don't know, either generate more traffic, okay, or actually look for an opportunity. Because the reason why I'm actually reviewing Press One Cash is because so many people have been asking me to review it, which is interesting, right? Because I review a lot of products, so a lot of people have been asking me, they're like, Aaron, please review Press One Cash, right? Because they think that it's an opportunity, but it's not really an opportunity. It's a lead generation system by using SMS technology, if that makes sense, okay? Now, you can make money from Press One Cash by selling it to other people, but that's not really the way that you're going to make a lot of money from it, if that makes sense, right? It's actually designed to be a lead generation system. That's all it is, okay? You're not really going, this shouldn't be your main opportunity, because you still have to learn to market it. You can't just resell it. I mean, yeah, you could sell Press One Cash if you want to the SMS people that you're SMSing, if that makes sense, right? So you're kind of using their technology to resell this opportunity, and it's just kind of around and around and around in a circle. And yeah, you might be able to make a little bit of money doing that, but again, I think it's a short-term thing. I don't think that this is a medium to long-term thing. If anything, you should have your own thing going on. You should have figured out what you want to promote, how to promote it, and you should be using this as a lead generation thing at the front if you really want to do that. But again, just remember that, I know I'm repeating myself, it's a short-term thing, it's not a long-term thing, okay? So listen, if you're here right now, you're probably, again, looking for a way to generate some leads, or you're looking for a way to be more successful using the internet, right? Maybe you're somebody who's been researching around, just like a lot of the people that have been asking me to review Press One Cash. You're looking around for a way to generate income through the internet, but you still don't really know how to do it, okay? Now, I just want to explain something to you. I've been around now for more than 10 years. In my first 8 years, I marketed a lot of stuff like this. They're kind of like push-button software, push-button opportunities. They don't really teach you how to make money online properly. They don't teach you the marketing aspect, okay? And that was a big mistake that I made. So in my first 8 years, I was marketing a lot of opportunities, okay? And what happens is if you go out there and you look for an internet marketing opportunity and you try and get into it, you're never really gonna learn the fundamentals, the background, you're not gonna have the infrastructure and the foundation to learn how to really be successful with marketing products online, okay? That's the mistake that I made, because nobody really explained that to me. Okay, all they did was, get into this opportunity, get into that opportunity, sell this business opportunity, and you're going to be very successful, right? And the problem with doing that is a lot of opportunities like Press One Cash come and go. Okay, now, I'm not saying that Press One Cash is going to close tomorrow, because they might be around for a long time. I don't know. But based on the research that I've done, okay, I don't think that this is a long-term thing. This is a very short-term thing, because they're using scraping technology, which, again, it's a gray area, okay? This is not completely legal, I would say, okay? And it's spammy. Anything that's spammy gets shut down eventually, all right? Just understand that. And so, because of that, I a lot of the things that I was promoting in the past in my first 8 years, they're no longer here. They've all been shut down, okay? And the reason why they've been shut down is because they're dodgy. They're not real, okay? And so if you want to do well in the online world, you have to understand that there's a difference between learning how to sell legitimate products online and selling an opportunity. And generally speaking, when you learn how to sell an opportunity, first of all, a lot of them get shut down, so a lot of them are no longer here, which means that you have to restart, rebuild, and every time you restart and rebuild, you have to do everything from scratch, which means that you're spinning your wheels. You're like on a hamster wheel. You're not really moving forward in your business, okay? And then the second thing is, they'd never really teach you how to market properly. So a lot of opportunities online, and this was the big problem that I went through, is that they never taught me how to become a great marketer. That means if I wanted to go out there and sell a different product or service, like let's just say that today I decided that I want to sell product XYZ, I didn't know how to do that because that opportunity that I was in didn't really teach me how to market properly. Does that make sense, right? So Press One Cash doesn't really teach you how to market. All it teaches you how to do is it teaches you how to use the SMS technology to generate leads. If this disappears, you're screwed because you don't really know how to market. Does that make sense, right? You just know how to press a button to get credits on their system and you market that way, right? But it's not really marketing. You need to learn how to do that. And so when I finally understood that, okay, I need to learn how to market so that I can sell different products and services and be profitable that way, that's when I generated a huge business. That's when I started to earn 6 figures online, okay? And now I teach hundreds of students all over the world how to also create 6-figure businesses using the idea of learning how to market properly so that you can sell anything that you want. You shouldn't be tied into any one product or service, if that makes sense. To become a true internet entrepreneur, you should be able to sell or market anything that you want. Now, very few people talk about this stuff, unfortunately, right? So I hope you're learning a lot from this Press One Cash review right now. You need to learn the skills to market anything you want. And when you have those skills, then and only then will you be very, very successful online, okay? So if you want to learn how to market properly, okay, I want to teach you how to do that. All you have to do is click on the link right below this video in the description box. You'll see a little link right there. Once you get onto that email list, I will teach you day by day how to build out a very, very successful 6-figure affiliate marketing business if that's what you want to learn how to do. You're going to learn how to market properly. You're going to learn the mindset that you need in order to do this properly. You're going to learn all the invisible stuff that happens in the background to allow you to actually generate leads and convert those leads into sales, okay? So if you want to learn how to do that, just click on the link below. Otherwise, I hope you enjoyed and you learned a lot from this Press One Cash review, and I hope to speak to you soon. Take care and all the best.